Hi guys, thanks so much for coming back to my channel. I decided to do a little bit of an unboxing and review of some markers that I purchased online a little while ago. So they're the STA acrylic markers, so watercolor markers. I just wanted to show you everything that I went through while trying to review the markers. So first of all, I had a lot of issues with not being able to layer them. So any paper that I used, including watercolor paper, I used like a 300 GSM paper. I used loads of different papers, you can see that at the start, but every one that I tried to use, the paper just kept ripping up underneath the marker. So if you tried to go over it, like say I didn't get a nice even layer the first time and I went back over it to get the even layer, it actually would rip the paper up or start to make the texture of the paper really rough. So I was really disappointed in that, and I felt like it was a little bit I guess misleading onto what they were supposed to be. So I'm just doing an image from Jade Summers' book Flowers for Beginners. It's quite a simple picture, so I've just picked this one to sort of show a few colours, but you can't really see it properly here in the video. But this whole image that I've already coloured, I've done this on like a digital marker paper here, and what I've actually done already is actually quite rough, so it's already pulled paper up. I'm just trying the markers to spread the colour, or trying to blend without actually going over the top of it by perhaps mixing the markers together as well, but that didn't seem to work either. So I was just getting really frustrated in the end because I just couldn't seem to get anything really deep. Everything sort of started to look like one color. I couldn't get a lot of gradient and things like that by just using them like this as a marker. The only way I got them to even look remotely like a watercolor marker was by actually using water with them. So they're kind of more like I guess an Inktense pencil, where you would draw a little bit in and then color out the rest of it with water. So you can see here I'm doing this little flower here I just scribbled together with the marker, and I'm just using a brush to blend it sort of in together. It worked more like a watercolor in this case, whereas I just tried to do it on this marker paper, but it didn't do anything. It didn't even bleed the colors together. It basically made them all one color, which was kind of frustrating. I wanted to sort of have a little bit of depth and some detail and things in there. So lining them out like this and doing water over the top of them seemed to be the only way to spread that colour out like a watercolour, and it worked on the watercolour paper to do that. So then I started playing with colour swatches and just sort of mixing up colours and putting them on the other page there to see how they would mix together. I really did like the neon colours, so the highlighted colours there. They came out really nice and made the image really bright. All I'm doing is rubbing, I scribbled little swatches on that other watercolour piece of paper and just used my brush to sort of pick that up like it was a little bowl of watercolour, if you may say. So it's the only way that I could get it to really sort of look nice, but it was really frustrating because I have all these pens and I wanted to sort of be able to use them a little bit like the Zig clear color markers, really quite smooth, and you can use them and blend them together. They are nothing like that. So before buying them, I just wanted sort of to give you guys a little bit of a heads up that they are really more like a watercolor pencil, where you use water to spread out the color. So I'm doing a little flower here that I drew myself, just trying to get some, you know, nice texture and depth and things like that through it. Starting to look okay, and then I just couldn't get it. It was just a pain. I spent hours playing with them. I think if I was going to use them, I would use them like a watercolor pencil, and I would just mark in a line and spread it out with the water. So that would give you gradient too, because it's going to be darker where you've done your line, and then you spread that out to make it lighter, so you could do your gradients through there. But look, I just wanted to show you guys. I had a bit of a play with it. I did really give it my best, and I really wanted to love them, but I really don't love them. But that's up to individual, you know, style as well. You may absolutely love them and think they're fantastic, and that's great. I'm so glad that you do, and I'm glad that you get that use out of them. I feel that I probably won't get a lot of use out of them. I would prefer just to get my watercolors out and use watercolor, because I have to keep taking the caps off the lids and things like that to sort of go through. I will try and do an actual coloring page where I do it more like that, but not at this stage. I'll wait. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how I went. I did a color chart on a couple of different types of paper, and I actually did on watercolor paper and used a brush to sort of brush out the watercolor part of it to show the color differences. The other one I did on marker paper and just used it to mark in the color. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So guys, I'll put the link in the description where I got them from. I did get them for a pretty good price for what they are, really. So I have no qualms in that. Also, I had no qualms in their delivery times and things like that. It was really quick. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.